Hey there in YouTube land, and today we are going to talk about something that was actually announced a little while back. But as you know, I've been off of YouTube now for about a week. I'm just starting to catch up with people's videos. It's going to take me a while, so if I haven't commented or liked your video recently, it's because I'm just getting back, and I'm just getting back to the swing of things. Obviously, it's a very hectic time right now. I'm transitioning from finishing off of school and going into my chosen profession. I was very blessed to find a great internship that is about as good as it gets for my area, for my profession, and alhamdulillah. So what we're going to talk about right now are the Scream Factory announcements that were made last weekend. There were 10 movies announced, so we're going to go through them one by one. I'm going to give you my personal opinions on each one of these movies, and they're good announcements. So if you haven't seen, I'm guessing there's been videos on this already, but I want to give my own personal take on it. So here we go. The first one, okay, I'm not going to do these in a particular order. There's certain ones I want to leave to last, just cause. So let's start off with Candyman 2, Farewell the Flesh. And I was surprised that they went for Candyman 2 instead of Candyman. I'm guessing there's a rights issue right there. But that still being said, I really did like the sequel, so that is something that is that's definitely going to be a must on for me picking up wise. Most of these are going to be actually, but I love the Candyman films. I'll love to see Scream Factory be able to get all of them out there, or get some addition out. You know, some are lesser than others, but I really did enjoy the second one. So yeah, I'm glad to see that one come out. Next up is Tobe Hooper's Invaders from Mars. This is one I've been waiting for quite a while. It's cheesy and kind of fun. It's not an overtly serious one. If you look really close, you'll see a cameo of the original Invader from the original Invaders from Mars film. This is the remake, and it's a very fun film. I think it was Karen Black was in this one as well. Not sure, and I don't really gonna look up right now. But I really enjoyed the film, and that's killing me now. I always have my computer open up. So let's see, Invaders from Mars. I really did love the remake, 1986. I got to see this one in the theater. This is one of those sci-fi movies that I did. It was Karen Black, so right on, perfect. It's a must for me. Anyway, I like Tobe Hooper's work. I really love this film. It's probably one of my favorites, especially in this genre and the style. Next up is Monkey Shines from George Romero. And here we get another Romero film. We had, of course, Day of the Dead. And Monkey Shines, is it my favorite movie? Probably not. This one depends on the features. I think it's a much maligned film by Romero. I think it's better than people give it credit for. But is it like a great film? No. It's known for a few things. One of them I can't mention because I have younger viewers. But let's just say there's a sequence in this movie that if you were younger at the time you saw this movie, you were introduced to this through this film. Well, I get it. If Romero does a commentary and there's some decent cast interviews on it, definitely I'll pick it up. It's an interesting film. Not a must buy right out, but it's definitely a good one to have, especially in Blu-ray. Next up is The Dark Half. And The Dark Half I do like. It's a Stephen King one that doesn't get a lot of love. And it's a shame because, you know, it's not perfect, but it's one of the better films. Like the acting in it. I love the overall concept for The Dark Half. I'm going to be really intrigued to see what they do with this. Hoping to see at least some features on there, commentary as well. Not sure if it's going to be a collector's edition or not, but I've heard rumors that Invaders from Mars itself will be a collector's edition, and that's a must right there. I still don't have Night of the Comet. I looked at it tonight and almost picked it up, but I picked up two other ones instead. But Night of the Comet is like the only collector's edition in the Scream Factories, aside from maybe Lake Placid, I do not have right now. Next up is Scarecrows, and Scarecrows is one that I have on the MGM label, and I cannot upgrade this one fast enough. Scarecrows is a fantastic film. It's highly, highly underrated. I've always loved this movie. I loved it back in the days of VHS. I introduced other people to the film. I got to introduce my son to the film and introduced it to some of his friends who also loved the movie. It's just one of those films that's really different. It's really cool, and I love the look of the Scarecrows. Now it's old school. I mean, like, yeah, it's a pretty old school style film. It's not, you know, overt like crazy gore stuff. There's suspense in this film, and I did like it. I really enjoyed it. But now let's get to the final five. Next up is New Year's Evil. Now, New Year's Evil was one where the killer kills people on New Year's in different time zones. I know it's highly unlikely. It's kind of a different concept. Now, if you're a fan of, if you were a fan of Happy Days back in the day, then you'll probably recognize the lead star, because she's the girl that would play Pinky Tuscadero on Happy Days, which would be Fonzie's love interest. Unfortunately, she was supposed to stay on the series Happy Days, but they couldn't work out a contract, so she went on, and Roz Kelly, which is her name, she went on and did this film. It's a slasher film. You're probably going to guess who the killer is pretty easily. I think he may even be shown right out. But it's a pretty fun film. It's one that's high on my list of ones to get. I love slasher films, and yeah, this is one of the ones I've been waiting to see come out on Blu-ray. It's a cheesy film. Is it for everybody? No. If you don't like slasher movies, this isn't going to change your mind. But if you like slasher films, you will definitely be getting New Year's Evil. Fantastic film, fantastic cover, and let's hope for some fantastic features. Next up is a favorite of mine, and it's Robert Englund's Phantom of the Opera. Anybody that has watched my videos on here for a while will know that I'm a big fan of Joe Sholin, who, you know, Stepfather, Scream for Help, and Popcorn, and of course this one here, Phantom of the Opera. She's the lead in this. Very cute girl. Robert Englund does a great job. It's really interesting the way that they take the Phantom of the Opera. It's a different take. Makeup is, I thought makeup was great in this one here, and there's kind of like a modern day aspect. It's just a really fun film. It's going to be one. It's a day one buy for me. I've always been a fan of this film. I remember before it even came out, getting the horror magazines. I actually had pictures cut out of I bought 2 copies of magazines back then. I'll cut pictures of in one of the magazines and paste them up. And the Robert Englund, actually the poster that they show there for the cover is one of the things I had cut out from, I think it was a Horror Fan or something like that. It's really, really, really cool stuff. Next one up is my daughter's all-time favorite horror film, and one of my sons as well. And I gotta say, I love it. And it's an earlier band film, and a really good one. And love the teddy bear sequence. And the movie is Dolls. Dolls starred William. I'm going to do it again because it's going to kill me if I don't. William Hickey. He played Andre Toulon. There's a couple people that played Andre Toulon, but I remember seeing this one when it came out. Was it really? Oh, Guy Rolfe. Oh, that's really different. The other guy that played Andre Toulon most of the time, Guy Rolfe, is one of the stars of this one here, and it's just a really, really fun film. It's pretty much a non-mean-spirited film as well. People get what they deserve in this movie, and it is a cool little film. And you know what? As far as horror goes, it's not a bad introduction to horror for for young teens. It is. There are some kind of brutal scenes. There's a teddy bear, that fantasy sequence where the teddy bear becomes like a real giant teddy bear and rips off the evil stepmother's head. But it's nothing that Grimm's fairy tale wouldn't do. So I gotta say, Dolls is a must. Again, that's something. 11/11 is when that one comes out, and you know what? I want it on 11/11. Next up, our next 2 ones are actually not horror films, but they're ones that I'm very excited about to see get a Blu-ray edition. I'm really excited to see them get a Scream Factory edition. The first one up is Mad Max. Now, with the new upcoming Mad Max film. By the way, I saw the trailer. I thought it was fantastic. And I think Tom Hardy's a great choice. I wasn't sure, but I'm convinced. Of the three Mad Max films that came out, Mad Max, Road Warriors, and Beyond Thunderdome. Now, I know that in the United States, they got Road Warriors before they actually got Mad Max. It was just the way it was distributed. Well, in most areas anyway. Here in where I lived, that was a smaller area. And the thing is, we got a lot of movies that weren't first-run movies. We got a lot of Argentos, a lot of like the early Jackie Chan stuff, and movies that didn't make it into the bigger theaters. This was a small theater, and we got to see Mad Max. We actually got to see Mad Max before it came out, before Road Warriors came out, and which was really good because Mad Max is a very different beast than the other two films. In Mad Max, Mel Gibson plays a cop in the future who he's a highway patrol cop, and his family, well, something really bad happens, and it's pretty brutal, but fantastic sequence, and he gets revenge. He becomes Mad Max. The other films would kind of cartoonize him and make him almost like a Christ-like figure, especially in Beyond Thunderdome, which was okay, and it was a fun film. George Miller had a vision, but still, I prefer the raw grittiness of the original revenge Mad Max. It's just something that I personally like. I would love to see I would kill to see a Death Wish collection come out from Scream Factory. That is something I would love to see. I'm a really big Death Wish fan, Charles Bronson. Love that style of film. Another one, this one I have got to pick up. I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. I love this film. I think this is one of the ones that my better half will actually watch with me, and it's Escape from New York. Donald Pleasence, Kurt Russell, Adrienne Barbeau, just a fantastic film. Ernst Borgnine, I think, and just really, really great film. I love Escape from New York as much as I did not like Escape from LA. Two very different films. You know what this is going to mean? Once I buy this, I'm going to go buy some Escape from LA on Blu-ray. Luckily, that's cheap because it's not a very good movie. Just heads up, not a good movie. Escape from New York, though, is a fantastic film. It's something I really look forward to seeing. And I gotta say, there is not one on this list really that I don't want. Monkey Shines is probably the least, but if Monkey Shines pulls out some like fantastic features, I'm there. I mean, I was unsure when I went if Evil Speak was going to be the one that I picked up today. But yeah, I watched the trailer and checked out the features and read the reviews. And man, it's great when you can just discover or like rediscover something, or they'll give you such great stuff on it that you want it. And like if Monkey Shines has the type of features that Evil Speak has, I am there. Interviews, commentaries, love that stuff. So that's the 10 that they're bringing out. Now, there was news that I'm on their Facebook page now. So as you can tell, I'm totally in with them. That New Year's Evil will unfortunately not be coming till early 2015. A lot of people were hoping this one was going to get here before New Year's so that, people could watch New Year's Evil on New Year's Eve or New Year's, which would be fantastic. Unfortunately, you can't do that. Dog Soldiers, still planned for 2015. Obviously, the issues are still there with Dog Soldiers about the about rights and that. Hellhole's the same thing. They're still working on getting that one together for 2015 as well. Lord of Illusions, of course, is a collector's edition, and that one is scheduled for December. And Lord of Illusions is one that I will definitely be picking up. Some people don't like this film. Me, loved Lord of Illusions, so I'm definitely gonna be getting it. Nightbreed, of course, everybody knows that they have more Nightbreeds coming out. So for anybody who's buying it for selling purposes, probably not the best idea. But if you're buying a movie because you like it and you want to pay the $80, all the power to you. I'm getting the regular version Nightbreed for $24. I've got enough special editions coming that actually have enough features to be considered special editions. As it was just the day before yesterday, for like 24 hours or something like that, for an hour, they lowered the price on on the Halloween set. So because I was smart enough to pre-order it, I actually now have it for like $20 less than it was when I pre-ordered it. So that's the thing, guys. Get in, pre-order these things early, especially if it's something that you're really thinking about getting. You're thinking, oh, I can make up the money for this in a little bit. Get out there, pre-order it early. If you have these flash sales or something like that, it automatically goes on yours, and you get that lower price. So Halloween has been lowered in price for me. It's fantastic. It's gone up in price again now, but still it's at a great price. But yeah, I've got it for a much lower price than with shipping and handling and taxes and everything included. Halloween coming for me is lower than the price it is on the Amazon store right now. Darker Than the Devils hits in November as well. Not sure if I'm going to get that one. Convince me, guys, on this one. I really don't know. Dolls is hitting 11/11 collector's edition. Gotta have it. Dark Half 11/18. November is going to be a really bad month for me because that's in a Criterion sale, so I'm not sure if I'm going to pick those. Dolls I really want to pick up around that time. I might wait on Dark Half. But I've also got like Batman coming that month as well. So I'm going to do a lot of sucking up during that sale. But you know, if all goes well, work-wise, then you never know. Maybe I'll have a bigger update than I expect. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've had a great day. I watched the features on the Funnel Tear. I guess the interviews were pretty good. I did not realize there was that many big actors in this, but there's a ton of big actors. I mean, even the director went on to do some stuff, Adrian Davis. But the interview with killing me, with the production supervisor Alan Holzman and composer Susan Justin was the best part. Overall, the interviews were not the best interviews I've seen on a Scream Factory release. However, the fact that this fun, cheesy movie makes up for it. And I'm really interested in checking out the commentary on this one as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a fantastic day. For me right now, it's time for tea. And I might check out the features on Evil Speak, because Clint Howard rocks.